We are officially here after the aftermath of 2025 SummerSlam Night 2. This show had a bunch of good moments and bad moments, and something that really soured the mood at the end. But before we get into everything, remember that like and subscribe button helps out the channel. And let's get into this review video of SummerSlam Night 2. The women's triple threat of Naomi as champion, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. And to me, this match was a lot of fun. I think part of the crowd wasn't. I wish the crowd was more into it. I feel like because this crowd throughout the night sucked, and we'll get into it in different moments throughout the video. They weren't as into it, like they were giving people pops and cheering for certain moments, but I feel like they were just really quiet the majority of times. I like that everyone got moments to shine throughout this match and look good, like Rhea and Naomi and Io. Like this match was very fun. I don't think it beats the WrestleMania triple threat match at WrestleMania 41 with Bianca in it with Rhea and Io. This match was still a lot of fun, and it was able to showcase each woman and showcase why each woman is just so great, and it was just so much fun, the back and forth and the different chemistry, because this match had all the possibilities to fail, but it ended up being a very fun match between all three women. I love how, especially since Naomi has been so obsessed with Bianca, I love the callback to the ending where they almost were replaying the WrestleMania 41 ending. Rhea hits Bianca onto the on the post on the turnbuckle. Rhea is about to get a capitalize on Bianca at the match. Io hits over the moonsault on to Bianca and Rhea, and that ends up making her retain her championship. This time Naomi saw that and she got out the way and let Rhea get hit with over the moonsault. She capitalized with, and she ended up, which I'm surprised by later in the match, ended up pinning Rhea Ripley, which I thought was more smart storytelling, because Io got pinned at Evolution. Rhea took a pin. I think that was great to see that Rhea was taking a pin for once, and I thought that was great too. They can add to the stories like, hey, I pinned both of you, Hey, either way, I'm very happy Naomi retained her title, because Naomi has been killing it as a hero, and she deserves a very long, good run, and I hope she gets that. And I hope the run is good, but also too, all three women killed out here. They looked amazing. They looked great, and I am so happy the women got this time. Either way, congrats to Naomi retaining her Women's World Championship. The TLC match of Straxium, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Rey Fenix and Andrade, Street Profits, and the Wyatts. And to me, this match was an absolute car crash. It was absolute so much fun. I feel like every team got to highlight certain moments throughout the match, which was amazing. The match was so much fun, so crazy. From the spots from hitting, from the tables, freaking seeing Axiom hit a Spanish fly through a table, freaking seeing Dexter Lemons go off from the air, going into a table, freaking ladder spots, freaking throwing into ladders into place people's faces, seeing particularly a spot where Candice LeRae, just for the love of the game, ended up going through a ladder where Tommaso Ciampa accidentally gets hit, accidentally Johnny Gargano that was holding a ladder at Candice goes knee first through a ladder, which was crazy. Rest in peace to Candice LeRae's knee. Hopefully we get more Candice LeRae on TV, please. But then you had DIY going to like 4 tables. It was all crazy. I thought it was very fun. It was a very fun match. You could say maybe I personally say it's the third best match of the weekend. The match was so much fun. It was just so great. I love that every single team, the showcase craziness, every single team got to highlight themselves, why they are cool, why they are great, why they can be athletic, why they can be high flying, impactful moves, this, that, and the other. Every single team was able to showcase what they're truly about, and I think that was great. It showcased why you need to put SmackDown Tag Division or just tag team wrestling in general on PLEs, care about it more, give it more time. They deserve it, and they showcased why. But either way, I think people said the ending to it was flat with the Wyatts winning. I knew they were winning from the beginning because they just won the tag titles a couple weeks ago, and they're the big heel of the tag division, so there's no way they're going to lose the tag titles. So anyone who thought that was just being dumb. Even though, yeah, I did want Straxium or Motor City to win, I'm still fine with the Wyatts winning. I'm just see where they go next, because this was a big giant car crash of the match. But either way, all these tag teams killed it. But either way, congrats to the Wyatts to retaining the tag team titles. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship in a no DQ. And to me, this match had wrong placement, because you had a big women's triple threat, then you had a big giant stipulation. Dom and AJ probably should have went here. If the crowd already sucked, like I get that part of them were drained after the TLC match, but this crowd didn't even give this match a time to start. Literally in the first couple couple minutes, there was people in the crowd that were doing the wave thing, where they wave their hands up in the air. Then they would, since some people didn't want to do it and were actually trying to focus on the match, other people would start yelling at each other and arguing, and you could hear it. You could hear them just randomly, like, little yells throughout the arena. And it was just so bad. I'm like, bro, out of all matches, like, I get that you're drained of energy. Out of all matches, not give you attention to, you're not going to give it to Becky Lynch's Lyra Valkyria. And then overall with the whole match, I still enjoyed the match, but definitely to me, this was the weakest of the 3 matches they've had on the main roster, because it was a good match, but the issue that we got into was the later hands of the half, because the major storytelling piece in this match was the zip tie. Becky Lynch zip tied Lyra's hands for a majority of 10 to 15 minutes. This match was going on for way too long. This match to me went on way too long, and the zip tie thing was going on for way too long. It was taking way too long, and you could tell. And biggest thing about Lyra Valkyria matches with Becky Lynch, Lyra and Becky matches, is that the technical wrestling, these two are wrestling soulmates, and they are so great together, and you basically handcuffing that for so long really took away the majority good part of this match, what it could be. And even though the crowd sucks too, there was some cool things that Lyra was doing without her hands, like hitting a freaking, I think it was like a sideways slam, or try to hit a manhandle slam, freaking hitting like a moonsault with no hands. That was crazy. That was pretty cool. And I thought that was a cool spot. And also too, with the zip ties parts too, where like the zip ties almost came undone and Lyra had to try to hide, put the zip ties, tie them back together, put it back in her hands. Or like she was trying to do this spot with the fire exchanger where she was gonna break 3 but it didn't work, so she just randomly had to go under the ring, get someone under there, cut it, come back, and like, oh wow, it's uncut. Like it just wasn't working, it wasn't sticking, and the match was too long. So all of that was not really playing in their favor. Like, but some of the stuff was still cool, what they were doing in the match, like some of the spots, Lyra trying to freaking kill Becky with a crowbar, Becky hitting Lyra over the turn of the ring post and beating the crap out of her with a kendo stick. And then you have the spot of where Becky is basically about to, I think, hit Lyra with over in the head of the crowbar, and then we have Bayley come out, and this is where I kind of get mixed feelings about this. So you had Bayley come out, and then you had Becky being like, don't hit me, hit her, she took your spot from being here, yada yada you. I'm like, to me, but that is stupid. I am sorry, Bayley, even though I'm wearing your shirt because I love you so much. I feel like they made her look stupid, because why is she contemplating hitting Lyra? I am sorry, at least it would Lyra, she beat you fair and square in a match. Becky attacked you, took you out, made you be out for months. So explain to me how that is more important of beating up Lyra than Becky. I just thought that was kind of stupid. Then you had Bayley and Becky brawling throughout their way for a while, but then you had Lyra who was about to capitalize on with Becky, and then you get where like Bayley gets going, Bayley's trying to attack Becky, and then you had it where Bayley has a chain wrapped around her fist and she's trying to hit Becky with it, but Becky dodges and hits Lyra. To me, I feel like this spot did not look good in my personal opinion, or just timed poorly, because I understand you're going to be in shock if it happened, but you literally had Lyra who got hit, she falls back into Becky, you literally had Becky pick her up, hit the manhandle slam, and then stop the 1 and 2, and then she jumps in. I'm like, I understand what they're trying to go for, it was just kind of delayed and it didn't really work out like how it was supposed to be, and I feel like if they did that better, it would have been better. And I'm just kind of mixed on it. Like, I get we're gonna probably get a Lyra and Bayley feud, which I'm fine for and I'm happy for. Becky's actually gonna get a new opponent, I'm interested to see where that's gonna go. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch, it was an alright to solid match. I feel like it had a lot of pros and cons in this match. Definitely was a flat ending to me. Either way, congrats to Becky Lynch for retaining her Women's Intercontinental Championship. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage, and this was bad. This was second bad match on the card. This was bad to Jacob Fatu, because Jacob Fatu always looks good. It was just how they structured the match and how they did. This match literally could have been sent in an email. This match could have been sent to a Friday Night SmackDown main event, because they took away the part of what the steel cage was about. It was not getting people to interfere and see who was the winner, and I was so tired. I get like what Solo was trying to do, trying to escape the cage to the door the entire time, but it kind of like took away the oohs and the ahs, because they kept trying to escape through the cage the entire time and barely went to the top. Don't like Solo was able to kick out of 2 Jacob Fatu's mighty moonsaults. I hate that, because we've seen this dude on SmackDown get pinned by that moonsault by taking 1, but he can kick out of 2. In terms of storytelling, that is horrible. And then also too, I hate how we're supposed to be like a one-on-one and not getting people to interfere, but literally the entire Royalist MFT comes in and tries to interfere, trying to present Tonga, whoever the heck the guy's name is, trying to present him as this big feud guy, when bro, it was just too much interference, barely any action going on. And Jimmy Uso that really didn't affect anything. And then kind of had it where Tala hits Jacob and Solo, Solo, the steel cage door, and Jacob goes the other direction. But even though Solo should have not fallen out the cage, he ends up falling out the cage. That's how he retains the title. That's how he retains his championship. And that was a very flat ending. It was very stupid. I just thought the ending was not good. And even though you had it with Jimmy Uso throws, two of them back in the cage, and Jacob hits an over the moonsault on top of the cage, that was a cool. I mean, this is the match and the ending. This could have been all a SmackDown main event. To me, it was just not worth the time. Could have had Julie and Zelina right here. Either way, I guess congrats to Solo retaining his championship. AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. This was amazing. From, I think it was 20 years or 28 years of Dominic Mysterio's being time in the WWE, to the callbacks, infamous ladder match with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. AJ Styles coming out with the low rider, his gear feeling like Eddie Guerrero. The little callbacks to the cheating spots in the match. I thought it was all so amazing, and Dom and AJ had a very fun match out there. It was a lot of fun watching this match. Very enjoyable, even though the crowd sucked. This was a fun match. I think they really, both of them killed it out there, and it was very fun from beginning to end. These two were great in-ring workers. They were killing it out there, having a lot of fun, from all the spots. When we get to the ending, I did not like the ending of this match, of how it ended, because you had the spot. I thought it was unique and interesting, and it was a smart way of Dom. When AJ is trying to hit the calf crusher on Dominic Mysterio's foot, Dom loosens up his boot, so AJ can't get the most of it, and Dom gets out of his boot, so all there is a boot. But then somehow they end up getting where the ref's not looking. Dom takes the boot and hits AJ over it. That's some way to get AJ to lose the match and takes him out. I mean, I thought that was very stupid, because how does AJ get taken out with a boot? The dude literally was getting kicked in the face earlier with the boot. And how is that an illegal weapon when he was legit using that on his feet? That's like me taking my jacket and just hitting you with my jacket. Well, that's illegal now, even though I brought that jacket with me into the arena? To me, I thought that was just very stupid of how they booked it. Like, you wanted Dominic to cheat like he usually does in matches, that would be fine, but how they did it, what weapon they chose to me, it was just very stupid. I don't know now, do they continue this feud? Do they do someone new? I don't really know where they go with this, and I'm fine with Dom retaining his title, especially since they got that Triple Mania stuff coming up. I just did not like how the ending went. Outside of that, ending of the match, the callbacks to Eddie Guerrero, the match itself, all was super fun and super great. But either way, congrats to Dominic Mysterio to retaining his Intercontinental Championship. Then we get into John Cena's Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, and we actually did have babyface John Cena back, which we will get into later. But to me, this match was a lot of fun. You guys getting to see Super Cena in this match, John Cena and Cody Rhodes leaving everything out on the line, leaving everything, every ounce, sweat, blood, and tears into this match, and leaving everything they wanted in this match. To me, this match killed it. It eclipses their main event match at WrestleMania. This match was just so much better, so much more fun, back and forth, the near falls and everything that was fun. It was just so much fun. It took its time. It was two men who was just trying to be the better man, who was trying to win. And the whole time people thinking, he double heel turn from Cody, or The Rock's gonna come back, this, that, and the other. So glad that didn't happen. We got a true one-on-one match between both of them. You kind of maybe saw Cody getting desperate at time. But then you see freaking Cody was hitting a pile driver in the match, which I thought was crazy. Him and a pile driver, him fighting throughout the crowd, John Cena coming up like it's a movie villain or something through the entrance ramp that Cody Rhodes came through. I love the story that they were telling in the match of Cody Rhodes kind of getting desperate. You're kind of wondering, is he gonna do something that he shouldn't be doing? And I loved how the saluting at the end of when Cody Rhodes unbuckled the ring post and was using that part 3 times to hit John Cena and being like, this is a salute to you. It's like almost like passing the torch, taking out John Cena with that, hitting a crossroads. Things that took me out this match though, that really kind of flattened this ending for me, was the overuse of freaking finishers. I am sorry, I understand this is a main event match, but holy crap, how many freaking finishers do you gotta use? They freaking use 8 AAs, 5 crossroads. That's just overkill. I understand the AA is not a powerful move as it wants to UB, everyone kicks out of it. Jesus Christ, that got me irritated, because I'm like, bro, how many more AAs and crossroads do you have to freaking? And then my other issue too, John Cena just cannot take the crossroads. It really made it look less impactful. That's the reason why this personally for me took me out of the ending of the match. The rest of the match was fun and so great, but the ending to me of the finisher fest was overkill. It was too much, did way too much for it. But outside of that, gaining his WWE Championship was a great little moment, and then we actually got a hug between the two, and actually was babyface Cena being back, and we had a fair one-on-one between two great men. John Cena's gonna get his little send-off for SummerSlam, and Cody Rhodes will be getting the championship and seeing who he's gonna feud with next. But then WWE decided to do one of the most stupidest things, and I honestly do not want to, at the ending of this video, just in a whole angry rant about this because I think this is the most stupidest stuff. It is Brock Lesnar returns. I honestly think this was one of the most stupidest things ever because you had WWE has little bright spots here and there throughout the year, and then they've had a lot of just very bad spots throughout the year. Bad things of booking, things they have done, and just how they build stories and how things are rushing, and then the too close PLEs, and there's a whole list of problems we had through the year. And it's the reason why it's made a lot of people this year really tune out of WWE and go watch other stuff and not really care or lose their love or passion for wrestling. This is one of those reasons why many people are going to quit watching wrestling or watching WWE, because this bringing back Brock Lesnar when he has an active lawsuit against him, I swear to this day he has not been cleared by, and why you're going to bring him back. I don't care if it was Cena who wanted him back or Triple H. I really do not care. This was a stupid thing to do, and it to me honestly ruined SummerSlam for me for that day. It like everything, even though outside of the endings and matches, everything, I was leaving a happy note from having Seth Rollins the night before cash in, and I got to see Punk and Gunther put on an absolute classic of a match. Got to see Punk be champion for a little bit. Seth cashed in another amazing cash in. All of it was truly amazing, and then to end it like this. This ruined my night, ruined my mood, and it really sours the love you have of wrestling sometimes, because bringing Brock back is real slap in the face to people. This is where I'm going to leave it and really talk about this Brock stuff. But either way, these are all my thoughts and opinions on SummerSlam Night 2 of 2025. Let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite match of the night, your least favorite match of the night, and your overall review of the night. Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button. Wait and see what is next to the aftermath of SummerSlam.